This conference will now be recorded.
So if you have any broken items for standard agent, that broken items can be requeued by using wizard. Okay, look at here now. So this is the wizard where you have, Admin Studio wizard, where you have agent queues, and in the agent queues, you can go and see here broken. What is the number? 1. That means there is one item broken. You click on the item, you will see Excel data. See, you will have error details here. Arithmetic exception divided by 0. It can be any error. After you find the error, you need to fix the error and then you have to requeue it. See, in order to requeue the item by using this wizard, you can select the item and click on what? Requeue. The moment you click on requeue, it is not there here. It went to scheduled. You can see it in the scheduled now. It should be there here. What is the date today? There are many items for me. So, but it should be there here. After next time attempt, I did not fix the issue, correct? After next time attempt, here, just hang on. System queue default entry. Where it has gone? Let me refresh this. After the next attempt also it will fail because obviously you did not make it, you did not fix the issue. This is the one. Now it is in schedule status. You can go back here to the admin studio and also you can see now it went to broken queue. It is there in the broken queue. Again it failed. I did not fix the issue. If you fix the issue, after fix the issue, if you requeue it, then it will be successfully processed. So what does the requeuing will do? Can someone please tell me? Requeuing is going to do what?
Change the status to schedule.
Requeuing is going to change the status to scheduled. Make sense, everyone clear? So now I will give you a requirement, interview question, let's say. You need to, okay, let me draft it in the interview questions document. Oh, I think I don't have interview questions document here copied. Okay. So let me ask you the question. You just tell me. Tomorrow I can draft it. My requirement is I want you to requeue all the broken items, okay, without using admin studio. How to do it?
OBJ browse use for that table and
use OBJ browse on the table with the column where condition of broken process, and then what would you be doing?
Property set and then OBJ save.
Next you do property OBJ open, loop through OBJ open, then property set, and
OBJ
you just go ahead do save it back and commit it. So that is requeuing. So now I'm asking, I want you to make, see, every day 7 a.m. in the morning, automatically broken item should be requeued. How do you achieve it? You understand the question? Every day morning 7 a.m. automatically all the broken items should be requeued. How to achieve that?
Using an agent, advanced agent.
You create another one advanced agent which will fetch the broken items from the queue table and requeue it automatically. Got it? Everyone clear with this?
Yes.
Okay, I will show you one option now. You need to tell me what is that. Okay, it is very easy. Again, interview question. See here in the case type. Open process, and here we are queuing the item to agent, right? View properties. Here you go. Here you have max attempts by default nothing. Nothing means 1. It will take 1. I can enter the value either 10 or 5 or 3 or 2. It's up to you. Max attempts by default you are not mentioning anything. It will be 1. Suppose if I say max attempts 5, what will happen?
It will retry 5 times.
Come again?
It will retry 5 times.
Yes.
In case of failure.
When an agent executing activity, if there is any failure, it will not put that into broken process immediately. It will retry one more time, and it will retry one more time, it will retry one more time. That like fifth time also failed because I have given 5. Then only it will be kept back into broken items. Make sense? It will be left there itself. You need to fix the issue and requeue it. Got it? This is how interview questions can be asked about agents. So what are the differences between standard and advanced agent? We have a document. Let me show you that. I think it is there in the agent's rule form itself, correct? What is advanced agent and what is standard agent? What is the difference? See, agent will wake up. Agent will wake up by master agent system pulse. Here also same. Agent when wake up, it directly executes activity. In case of advanced agent, when agent wakes up, it directly executes agent activity. In case of standard agent, when agent wakes up, it is going to look up the table PR sysqueues. It will not directly execute activity. Suppose when the agent wake up, if there are no items in the sysqueues table or standard agent, can you tell me what happens? Agent activity will get executed or will not get executed?
Will not get
executed. So agent activity gets executed only once per wake up. Once activity is completed, agent will go to sleep. Agent activity gets executed 0 or n number of times per wake up. If the queue has 10 items, activity will be executed 10 times. If the queue doesn't have any items, activity will not be executed. We need to write both business and transaction logic. Here we are required to write only business logic. No need to write transaction logic because commit and all will be taken care by process command itself. The mode of the agent is recommended for non-transactional processing. This is for transactional processing in general. So this agent will get stopped when exception occurs. See, let me tell you this point. See, there are 10 items available in the agent queue table. 4 items successfully processed. 5th item failed. So 5th item status will be changed to broken process. It will start processing 6th item onwards. Everyone clear? 6, 7, 8, 9 will be processed. Any item which fails, it is going to be kept back into broken status, and then remaining will be processed. Agent will not be stopped. In case of advanced agent, if there is any failure, agent will get stopped. Everyone clear with this point?
Yes.
Advanced agent is recommended to run on single node, whereas standard agent can run on multiple nodes at a time. Let me explain you this. For example, you have advanced agent. Simple example. You have an advanced agent which is simple, fetching email ID of manager and sending email. This is what you created. You tested successfully in the development environment. After it is tested in the development environment, you have moved this to live environment. How many servers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 servers are there. You have deployed advanced agent on 4 servers. So at the schedule time, it's not different schedule, same schedule I'm talking about. You did not change the schedule time interval. Same schedule time interval. At the schedule time, agent wakes up and it is trying to execute the activity. Now manager received how many emails? Is it 1 email or 4 emails?
4
He
emails.
received 4 emails.
4 emails he will be receiving. Someone, if you're talking to others, please mute. Yeah. How many emails will be sent?
4.
4 emails. Is that does it mean the task has been done redundantly?
No, it has not been done. Our design is redundant, but the task is fine.
Our design is to send 1 email only. But now when you take it to live environment, as you have multi-node environment, task has been done redundantly or not?
Yes, it's redundant.
Our aim is to send only 1 email, not multiple emails, but multiple emails have been sent. Okay, so advanced agent, suppose for example, agent on 4 nodes wake up. Agent is trying to wake up on 4 nodes, it wake up and it is doing the same task redundantly. Suppose if it is standard agent means agent is deployed on multi-node environment, consider same time interval for all of those. Now, when standard agent wakes up, it has to send email. It's not directly it will fetch the email. There should be a queue item, correct? For standard agent. By the time standard agent wakes up, you have to send one email. Means how many items you will queue? Only one item. One item is there. That item will be picked by one of the agent on one of the servers. What about other server agents? So one of the agent on one of the servers, if it is going to pick the item, immediately status will get changed to now processing. What about other servers? Agent on other servers, they will not pick the item. So total, how many emails will be sent here? 1 or 4?
One email. One.
One. Okay. Now let me tell you another example. For example, let's say, for example, you have you have 1200. Okay, not 1200. You have 12 records. 12 records to process. Records means rows in the table. Some table is there. 12 records are there. Advanced agent will fetch 12 and process in a loop. Let's consider, for example, for processing one record, it takes 1 minute. 1 minute time. Total, how many minutes it takes for processing 12 records? In case of advanced agent,
12 minutes.
12 minutes has been taken. Okay. Now, advanced agent on 4 nodes will process 12 records or not? Multiple times the processing will happen or not? Again, coming back to the same point.
Yes.
Again, 12
Yes.
records will be redundantly processed on 4 nodes
Yes.
or
Yes.
not? Yes. Next, suppose you have deployed standard agent. 12 records are there in the table, queue table. 12 records have to be processed by standard agent, which is there on 4 nodes. For each record, 1 minute. Agent 1 on node 1 will pick the first record. Agent 2 on node will pick the second record. Agent 3 on node will pick the third, and this one fourth. So for processing one record or 12 records, total what time it will be taken in case of standard agent, which is there on multi-node environment?
3 minutes.
4 nodes. Total what time?
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Means time is reduced. Is it parallelly processing multiple records?
Yes. Yes.
It is parallelly processing multiple records. It is taking only 3 minutes of time. Will there be any deadlock situation? Agent on node 1 will there be any redundant processing? No. Agent on node 1 picks the first item, node 2 second, node 3 third, node 4 fourth. The order can be anything, but one item is picked, that will be status will be changed to now processing. Other agent will look for another item. If other item is not there, other agent will go to sleep. I mean, agent on other node will go to sleep. That is the advantage of standard agent. Okay. By introducing, for your information, queue processor, which is an alternate of advanced agent, will process 20 items at a time on one node. Again, for your information, per node 20 items at a time queue processor will process. That means for 4 nodes, how many items it will process at a time?
80.
80 items. That is the advantage of queue processor. So standard agent per node, one item will be processed at a given point of time. But queue processor will process how many items?
20.
20. We will talk about it later. Okay. So again, queue processor, I told you that design is different. So this is how standard agent is recommended to run on multi-node environment. Advanced agent, if you enable on multiple nodes, it is going to do the tasks redundantly. Now my question is, how to, suppose you have created advanced agent deployed on 4 nodes. You have to stop advanced agent on 3 nodes. That means it should run only on 1 node. After you deploy it without using admin studio, how do you stop the agent on remaining 3 nodes?
Agent schedule.
Go to agent schedule and uncheck the checkbox of enable on other nodes. Right? Make sense?
Yes.
This is what you have to do. That's it. This is how the questions will be asked when you go through interviews. Okay. These are the differences between standard and advanced agent. So the next topic that we are going to discuss about is flow shapes related to calling another flow. Did we discuss about this anytime? Spin off, split join, split
No,
file.
not yet. No.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Theoretically, I will tell you now. Practically, we will be working on this tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Spin off. Before I go to spin off, I'm asking you one question. I'm going to ask you one question. Just respond. Okay. The question is, look at here. See, you're calling an activity from another activity by using an instruction called queue. From activity 2, you are calling activity 1 by using instruction queue. Now, what is the kind of processing that will be between activity 1 and 2? What kind of processing it is? We have discussed about this.
Asynchronous.
Asynchronous processing. So it is going to do what? Asynchronous processing. Everyone clear with this? It is going to perform synchronous processing. Okay. What do you mean by asynchronous processing?
When the parent and the child